room every time I try to guess it.
We're just making sure we're live. Last week I was pretty much done and we went dark.
Yeah, we did. I forgot about that.
We had sound, but we went dark. That was kind of funny.
It was kind of, I realized that it was kind of skipping.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't have it. I don't even have it open.
And I thought it was just like you long paused not talking, but I think it was kind of skipping already.
I was having problems.
Mm-hmm.
That was weird. Nothing on my phone to warn me. Well, that I noticed.
I got an ad.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
Hey, friends. Happy Wednesday, Friends Day. So happy you're here with us tonight. This is not quite, and I don't know why it's not quite. It's like 15 and I don't know. It's not quite 16 by 16. I was going to guess at the size. It's plywood. I don't know from where. Probably a hardwood store. I gessoed all sides with clear gesso, and I didn't know. I still don't know if I should. It sits in a covered entryway. It's covered on 3 sides and, of course, the top. It just has a garage door that opens during the day. So I don't know. I'm going to end up varnishing the whole thing. And I've been doing this series of paintings called Trouble, and this is Trouble 8 because I keep selling them, which is awesome.
Oh. There, you weren't plugged in.
Oh, I didn't click it?
Yeah.
Oh, no. They could probably hear me through you.
Yeah, I could hear you. You just sounded far away.
Oh, no. Well, thanks for fixing that.
Mm-hmm.
If you need me to repeat that, you probably don't. Just let me know. 16 by, not quite 16 by 16. It's plywood, 1/4 inch thick. The reference photo is on unsplash.com. Is there glare if I do that?
Yeah, you're in.
Oh, is there glare?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Sorry, I have my headphones all the way on because I'm listening now.
Oh, yeah. It's linked in this video's description. Freckles is here with us tonight. I bet you can hear her.
Hi, Becky.
I cropped in on it because that's how I've been doing this series of trouble cows. And they're in trouble because they have flowers in their mouth. So this one's going to have white daisies. So I left a little room over here. The background is straight up phthalo blue and white, which I don't normally do. Usually I mute it. And then I added a little yellow and a little lighter as I went down. And there will be a full video. I just used a 2-inch cheap brush. Okay, Emily, you can zoom in. We're going to work on the ear and the horn. But I thought, so a lot of times I talk about that stuff and we're zooming in already. So I thought I'd try to. Emily is here with me tonight.
Hello.
I love that I have help. That makes it so much easier and nicer. Emily womans the chat.
I was like, what?
I was going to say mans the chat, which would have been fine. So I'm using primary colors. I really have gotten into that over the last year or two. We're in the early part of our 4th year of YouTube.
Oh shoot, I could really kind of.
If you want. So I'm just going to point. They're all liquid text. I'll show one of them here. So phthalo blue. That box, that little white box, here, I don't have any place to set things, is full. So it means it's an opaque color, not transparent. Ooh, so phthalo blue, titanium white.
Cute.
Cad yellow medium hue, quinacridone. I love quinacridone magenta. Mars black. And that makes a pretty purple. And then I've mixed browns. This is a little more, if you wanted, and you're wanting to match what I'm doing, is really close to raw sienna. But I think mine is, I don't know if you can tell in the tube and the glare. Yeah, this is a little redder and mine's a little yellower. But it really doesn't matter. Values do the work. Color gets the credit. So then I mixed kind of a pinky brown, a reddish purpley brown, and kind of a yellow dark brown. And I've just been, I don't know if you can see that. So I originally put in, I can look at the back of my phone here, guys. Oh yeah, you can see it. So in the earlier part of this video, I just drew in the wrinkle lines that are dark so I can kind of see the shape. And then I just kept filling them in as I go. Okay, and we'll see some of that up here. The eye, and then here, we'll do a little close-up in case you don't watch the other video. The eye and the nose are not done. But so I painted more of the eye than I can see in the reference photo, more of the eyeball. And then some of the lashes are going to have the blue background, and some of the lashes will go over the black part of the eye. I've got purple in the horn. So a lot of times I put more color in than I see in the photo, but I can always calm it down. And there's what I have so far in the nose. I put in the 2 lighter spots, so I remember I want those in there. Okay, I think that definitely gets us up to speed. Mm-hmm. The lights, oh, I faked you out there a little bit. The light, I'm going to scoot it over a little bit here. Emily had it all nice and lined up, and I pick it up. The light's coming from the top right. Okay, Em, that sets the table. As I kick my easel.
I was just seeing if I heard the buzzing. Sorry.
Oh no, buzzing. Actually, I'm going to go down and brush.
I think it's gone. Anyway, let's see. Well, Chase already popped in with his little $9.99 and his goat emoji.
Oh, thank you so much, Chase. Chaseman. I got to call him Chaseman.
What else? What else? What else?
This is a kneaded eraser.
Sorry, I refreshed. And then, let's see, so far... Oh, and he also said 15K subscribers with, like, the shocked emoji, and then, like, little party popper emojis and a balloon.
You know, we went over 15K, and then we went back down to, like, 14,999. And now we're last I checked, is 15,004.
Yeah.
I was going to mention that during the break.
But, during the break?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw that we were, 2 away yesterday or something.
Yeah, it bounces. Well, you gain and lose some.
Yeah.
Every day.
Thank you.
Yeah,
people.
that's awesome.
And then, let's see. So far in the chat tonight, we have Alice, Deborah, and I believe that's it.
Oh, hey, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight.
And Alice said, your live streams and channel is so informative and makes learning acrylic painting not only enjoyable, but easily understandable. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I feel like I'm really confusing. So thank you so much. I was going to say using a kneaded eraser. I think I already said that. I have a little bit of paper towel just because I have paint on my easel and then my painting wants to stick to the paint.
I like that your bracelet matches the painting.
Oh, it does, kind of. I was looking, I thought I had there it is, a charcoal pencil sitting in here. It's a white one. I kind of erased a little more than I wanted to.
Oh yeah, we're barely over. We're 15:06.
Oh, it's 06? So it's up a little.
06, yes.
And I think I'm going to use this number 4 round from Princeton just for the horn. I could use this, I think that's a 1/2 inch. It's a number 12 filbert from Zoo, Zhuting. Came in a really cheap pack from Amazon. I've talked about these a lot, but just in case you're new, I really like them, except I don't leave them sit in water, but it doesn't take long before the wood handle swells and the paint pops off. And then it doesn't really bother me much. I'm looking for one. Oh, here, this one's popping off. But it's rough. It'll feel rough. Some people might not like that. I get that. Okay. I'm a little nervous about how blue my sky is. I usually mute that down, which I mentioned earlier. And clearly it's bothering me because I brought it up again. Okay, let's start. Let's start with the horn. I'm going to zoom in on my reference photo. That horn looks brownish, but I put kind of purple. I don't know. I get a little fussy too soon, or maybe more than a little. But see, now I'm thinking maybe I'm going to put more purple back in here. Okay. Let's take straight up purple. So usually more quinacridone than your blue, because your blues are stronger. It will depend on the brand. And that doesn't look that purple. So there's kind of this shape on the reference photo, and it doesn't have to be exact. Even in a pet portrait, it doesn't have to be exact, but you got to get enough of the pet's characteristics so that the person commissioning the portrait is happy. And they go, oh, that's so-and-so, you know. But with this cow, since it's just for my trouble series, we don't have to be nearly as exact. I'm just going to paint kind of that shape. And then I'm going to grab, well, let's see. I'm thinking that's not quite brown enough. It's kind of yellowy gray. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I kind of, maybe this color. I don't know why I mixed that. I could have just squirted out raw sienna. Probably because I like mixing, I guess. I mean, I do like mixing, so I guess that's why I did it. That's a pretty good color. As I say that, then what's running through my head is the value is more important. And I don't always get the value right, but I try to get them close. You can see the wrinkles. I can always make them darker or lighter. I did not put them all in. Oh, I should show you because I think you can see some of those wrinkles. Yeah, you can see some of the wrinkles up here. Look how many wrinkles.
Wrinkle crinkles.
Oh, that's as much. Is in the photo. There's a lot more. I gave him more chub. The wrinkles are fatter. Or her. Actually, I don't know which it is. I think it's a I never know how to say it. I'm going to say it kind of like it's spelled Charolais. I think it's a French word.
Mm-hmm.
Cow. Em, I keep thinking one of these weeks I'm not going to do a live, but so far I've been able to. I've got a show in July that I've got to get ready for.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep thinking I'm going to want to take a live off, but I haven't really needed to.
Well, and I mean, we'll have to at least 1 week in July.
Yeah, Emily will be out of town 1 week in July. I just announced that publicly.
That's fine.
This might be too orangey because it's in the shade. Oh, I already know. I'm not going to want it. After I heard myself say it's in the shade. There's some interesting kind of up and down lines. So here, maybe I'll show you. So I'm looking at the shadow part. You can pull up the reference photo, have it on your phone, or have it on your phone if you're watching on your TV, that kind of thing. iPad. I was going for a little darker. So I'm kind of doing painting like it's a colored pencil.
Yeah, it is. Small enough.
Yeah. I mean, really, like even watercolor painters do a lot of similar things. They leave the paper as white. Sometimes they mask it out.
Mm-hmm.
But really, they'll layer. It looks ugly. We just kind of get into shapes and some values that we think are right and keep going.
You're underpainting.
Yeah, I don't really call it that much. I mean, I am. I guess I always think of an underpainting as more massive shapes and blocks.
Yeah, and like a tonal.
Yeah, maybe like a grisaille.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that all applies. I don't use that term much. Yeah, I don't think I want to do that. So sometimes I just don't want to do something because I want to just change the edge, so not everything's a dark line, outline type situation. You can. It might look a little bit more like an illustration. Let me grab a little white. Hopefully I don't want to go white. I did right there, almost there. Oh, I was going to post something in the Annie Troe Art Friends book group, and I forgot.
What?
Oh, it's just I don't think you aren't gonna know him. It's Chris Fornatero.
Mm-hmm.
I think Forza 43 on Instagram. He's an oil paint. He's really good. I feel like he's yours and Jack's, my son's age. He did a really nice thing about design and landscapes. I thought people might like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab a little white because it's gonna be thin, and just put this in. It'll give it a nice, there's one right here too. Kind of give it a nice horn shape. And I see it in the reference photo. Clean it up a little bit. Okay, let's keep with the shadow for the most part. So I think this might be too dark. You know what we should do? Let's do this. Let's just grab this puddle. It's close. Close in color to my reference photo, close in value, and put the shadow in, because then we'll know how much of that edge we want to see or not. The edge where the horn and the shadow meets. I'm just going to grab a little bit of white without wiping off my brush. And it's scaring me. I just want to lighten it up a little bit. Take that wet edge.
Sneak up on it.
Sneak up on it. Oh, I haven't said that in a while. I do like to sneak up on my paintings. You know how I draw the lines?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I usually kind of work on the eyes and nose just so I don't lose them or smear them. Oh, I didn't mention that I printed out the photo to scale, scribbled on the back with chalk pastel, taped it here so I can see the photo on the front and the chalk pastel is scribbled on the back, and I traced it with a ballpoint pen. Speeds it up.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't feel comfortable drawing or you don't want to bother gridding, whatever reason. Okay, so that. Yeah, so those two are pretty close in value, which is fine. But maybe now I want to just grab a little white, just kind of scrape it.
Gridding takes time.
Gridding takes time. Emily, you didn't grid. Emily did a chalk wall.
I did grid. I broke it. I mean, I didn't fully connect the lines, but I gridded.
Oh, that's true, because you did the white drawing.
Yeah, so I think I put in the Facebook post in our group, that the friends art group or whatever, that took 5 hours. Chase reminded me that it was probably 7 altogether, because we were both there the night before for 2-ish hours.
It's a lot of work.
And I gridded it out by feet, because I'd done a drawing on my iPad in Procreate of a rough of what the gym manager wanted for the chalk wall, and then I did the full grid so that I could, it's not just guesstimating. I knew that palm tree was going to be 5 feet tall.
That's a lot of chalk.
Yeah. But yeah, just my little scribbly, which I did. I should have posted. I have a photo of it. The basically bare wall. And then I put the grid on top of it, or just really the notches of where feet were, so I could guesstimate. And then my scribbles of, okay, this is where the palm trees are going. This is where the flags are going, which was helpful, because once it got to the flags, it was really helpful to have Chase there, because I left one of the L's out in the word challenge on the flags.
Oh, that's so easy to do.
Because I was just okay, flag, flag, okay, I need one more. Nope, I needed 2 more. But
that is so easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're drawing, you're not spelling.
Yeah, the spelling's hard.
Well, spelling's hard, yeah, but I mean, still, even if you're an excellent speller.
Yeah, the spelling's hard while you're trying to draw.
Very hard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's just hard. Yeah, so that's in the Annie, no pressure to join. It's just, we're talking about the Annie Troe Art Friends Facebook group. And Emily posted her handiwork. I'd say you got a chalk wall commission. Came and took all my chalk, which was great because I don't have a chalk wall anymore. I used to have one in my old studio, which was her bedroom when she was a kid. I'm just trying to lighten and warm this up. And I got a little impatient, so I grabbed a lot of white there. But I've never done anything that large. I'm like, oh.
It was huge. Yeah, I used
my wrists and fingers would have been so tired.
I started feeling it, I think, like the last hour. I was like, oh. And what I had left to do was the water and the sand. And I was like, oh, no.
Yeah. I'm just having trouble because my phone is right next to my cheek. I think I'm just going to not worry about covering up the shape and more worry about the edge right now. Now my ear's touching the phone. Hopefully it didn't wiggle.
Let's see. Melina says, hi, ladies. My little art student was done early this afternoon, so now I can relax and enjoy watching Annie.
Hey, Melina. So that white I painted is dried down because it was thin.
Oh, Marty's here. She says, hello, Annie and Emily, all the art friends. Smiley face emoji. 15,000. Yay!
Yay! Yay! Who knew?
Who knew? I remember when we were not like hurting, but I remember when we were counting down the 1,000 because you had so much. I feel like some people struggle. So like to become monetized, you have to have a certain amount of watch hours and a certain amount of subscribers, which they've dropped now.
Yeah, they dropped it now, but that's okay.
Gosh dang it! But when we were doing it, it had to be 1,000. The watch hours, I don't even remember the watch hours because it's so much easier.
4,000 watch hours.
Oh, okay.
I think 1,000 subscribers.
Well, the watch hours was so much easier to hit when we were posting videos that are like 30 minutes long. You know.
Kinda. People only watch average 6 minutes.
Well, yeah, I've seen a lot of videos where like people are hurting for those watch hours more than they're hurting for the subscribers.
Oh yeah, it does help. I mean, maybe the 6 minutes is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
But no. And I just remember us being like, oh my gosh, we only have like 100 more. Oh my gosh, we have.
Well, you made was that 5,000? You made a headband? I haven't seen my closet.
That was 10, I think.
Was that 10?
Yeah, that was 10. Yeah, 10. Yay for 10K.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yay for 10K. Yep.
Yeah.
That was cute.
Mm-hmm. That wasn't long ago. Oh, Deborah says that was so fantastic, Emily. I really enjoyed seeing it. Very impressive. Thank you. Yeah, I wonder if hopefully it's that one all through the summer.
You don't have to do it again for quite a while.
Yeah. He's like, I think we can keep this one through the summer. And at first I was like, I think I went in on Monday and I was like, I kind of want to do another one, but now I'm like, okay, yeah, we can keep that one till maybe like the fall. It was a lot. Well, and they have obviously they have like security cameras, so we just watched like a sped up version of me, like getting up on the ladder, coming down the ladder, like hunched over, scribbling something in, smearing my fingers on the.
Well, then he knows how long it took you.
What?
Well, then the owner knows how long it took you.
Oh yeah, but I
That's good.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think I got there a little after 10 a.m. and I didn't leave until almost like I didn't leave until 3 something.
A long time.
So it's like 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I left at 3 something.
So I'm just kind of now grabbing, like I just grabbed some of the pink. You can, I had a thought, and then you can, if you had more thoughts. And I'm just kind of shifting the color. Sometimes I'm changing the value. It'll look more real as I play with it. And even if it doesn't match the reference photo, because like that line doesn't really, but it's going to be okay.
Deborah says, I am so sorry. I am so behind on watching videos. I became a grandma for the first time. Dang it, the little heart always covers it. For the first time, the end of April, and I am behind on everything, LOL.
Oh,
congrats.
Of course. You should be behind on it.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's so exciting. Don't apologize. Don't. The videos are there if you want them, you know. Mm-hmm. That's what's great about YouTube. You know, I won't know if you watch them or not. I might know people watch them. I don't know who.
You do have a very soothing librarian voice, so maybe
Oh,
grandbaby will be lulled to sleep sometime.
We need to have a couple, definitely like we're kind of excited now in anime, but it has some chill videos. And
well, I feel like most years are like, all right, I'll be back in a bit, and then it's just music, and then you come back, and then you talk about it for a little bit.
Yeah, someone just left that comment, but I'm like, sometimes I don't know. I don't know. There's something about the profile. I thought maybe it was a spammer. Probably wasn't. I was probably just making wrong assumptions. I don't know if I like all that. I'm getting in the weeds. I like to get in the weeds. And I don't even have the cow done. I really should just move on as I keep doing what I'm doing. That's probably good. So what I want is I want to paint the horn first. I was trying to pull down the... Did it cut out the sound?
Oh, wait. Hang on. Ooh. Oh, there we go. I think we're back. I think we popped away.
Sorry, guys. Oh, I still don't... I'm trying to...
I did it.
Oh, I finally found it.
Okay. I did it.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys, that was totally my fault. I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb. I don't know what I was saying, but it probably wasn't important. I think I was going to say, I'm so sorry about that. That I want to paint the horn first because some of the hairs go over. I painted this area first because we're going to paint the ear. And these hairs go over. So you kind of work back to front. You don't have to. It can just be easier. So like I painted, more of the eyeball than I see because I can put eyelashes over it. That kind of, all those kinds of things. Well, that's the first time that's not the first time I've forgotten. That's the first time I've gotten a phone call. It was spam.
Ugh, it said like potential spam or
whatever.
It said
potential spam?
Not even a worthy phone call.
Maybe that woke everybody up.
Or because it went black, it was very triggering from our last, how we ended
did it go
last
black?
week. Yeah, it went black.
Oh no!
It was very triggering from our last time.
I am so sorry. That's all my fault. That's my job. I have one job. And I didn't do it. I'm still in the weeds with this thing. Did we lose everybody?
Nah, no. Deborah says, thank you, finally. My son is an only child and he's 36, so I've been excited, especially since now I have a little girl. Oh. Yeah, I liked all the girly things, and I know Graham loved that. Because you weren't as girly.
I was not very girly. I like to climb trees and play with the neighborhood boys. And I mean, sports isn't necessarily, a gender thing, but I love just running around and playing all the sports. I was not much into tea parties or dolls. Or my poor grandmother made me Barbie clothes that really were to die for. And I was like upset.
I do not want this.
I got a red, white, and blue football one Christmas. I was so excited.
Yeah.
To give a contrast of what I wanted.
Yeah.
And then I had this doll that you could, I don't know how tall it was, but I wasn't very tall. Could kind of hold its head and make it walk. It all had cool clothes. Some of the clothes matched my clothes. And I was just like, oh, please, And she worked so hard on those. And I know her and my mom thought they were so cute, and it was. I'm like, you're talking to the wrong person. I think I'm going to stop.
Oh, technically, if you need to stop.
Oh, okay.
It's our break time, right on the dot.
I'm glad you said that, because I was thinking of childhood memories. Okay, yep. I just want to take a minute. So YouTube doesn't let me know. You let me know
It lets you know in the back end, but yeah.
That we have, well, I'm used to it emailing me,
Yeah.
you know, you have this comment that's unanswered. You have, you know.
Yeah. You gotta go to like the notifications in the back end, which is
I have to
annoying.
log in and look.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we have 3 new channel members.
Yay.
So thank you, Susan R, Susie G, and Kelly C. Thanks. How many channel members do we have? I don't know. Like
I don't
8?
know. Oh, look. I have the back end open.
I think we have 8. That's so exciting. It's super, super appreciate it. And I also really appreciate the person from Somerville, Texas. They bought a pet portrait I did. I have it uploaded to my print store, which is annie-troe.pixels.com. It's linked in this video's description. They bought a large print, a small print, a pillow, a t-shirt, and a blanket of the Hope and her ball, which is a corgi and her ball pet portrait. And then I also wanted to thank someone from Omaha, Nebraska, so someone local. They bought 2 mugs of another pet portrait I did.
Yay.
And then I was going to shout out 15,000 subs. So thank you guys. I'm amazed and I'm overwhelmed, and I wish I could say something that meant so much more than thank you. Super appreciate it. Mm-hmm. I want much stronger words. Mm-hmm. It's just amazing. Okay.
You're right about 8. We have 8.
8. That's
members.
So exciting. Well, I had fun with that horn. It might not be done. It's a little stripey, but I like getting into weeds and then moving on to something else. So I'm kind of using my brown purple. Maybe we'll go a little. So I made bigger puddles sometimes than I usually do because the fan's blowing and it's drying it out. We don't have to get this exactly. Actually, I need to scoot my reference photo over. I'm going to grab a little water and just, oh, you know what? I should go up in brush size. That'll help the speed here. I'm going to do that after I unload the paint on this brush. There's tags in the ear, so I'm just going to kind of guess and vary the line a little bit. Well, I really varied it. I didn't mean to do it that much there. It's getting thin, so I'm just going to go to a bigger brush here. We'll go to this one. I think it's a 1/2 inch filbert. It doesn't say. Then I just see something I want to do with a little brush. That always happens. I kind of want to lighten this just a little. Okay, there's a little piece. Oh, shoot. Maybe I should put it in. I don't know what color I wanted exactly yet, but I'm just going to use white and my close to raw sienna color that I mixed. So it's in the sun like this piece. Just so I don't forget it, I'm going to stick it in. Also in case I paint some cow hair over it. I've got something in there. Okay. So I said I was switching brushes and I lied. Oh, let's do some more of that. Nope, I accidentally grabbed a little black, so it's going to be a little dirty. I grabbed a little something. And let's put in. So one thing that can help you don't have to do this, but warm in the sun, in the light, cool in the shade. So warm colors are like yellow, reds, oranges. I mean, you can do any color. And cool colors are like blue, black. I think purples can go either way. I might want some darker ones in there after I've done this, but it's all right. I was going to go for more of this color, and I grabbed a lot of yellow. But actually, that's okay. Varying the color can be entertaining. Emily, my back's getting sore from leaning over.
Is it?
Yeah. When I'm painting above my shoulder, which it's nice you can't see me because you really should paint below your shoulder, then you don't get as tired.
Do you want to lower it?
No.
Okay.
No, this easel's a pain to lower.
Okay. I could lower it.
No. I remember the one time it fell during a live.
I remember that.
It was funny. It scared me. I'm sure I made a loud noise. I'm just grabbing some of this color. Just a dark, make it a little darker. Well, that's kind of neat, getting a little wet blending. Oh, here, well, I'm at it then. Let's add some of the darker and then we'll come back with some lights again. Oh, I kind of went librarian voice there. Oh, it's dry. I don't mind dry brush, I just don't want it. And mind isn't quite the right word. I just don't want it right now. I want it kind of wet. Oh, that's too light. It makes kind of, I don't know if it's kind of pinky. I don't know if you can, here, I'll grab some white if you can see that. Kind of pinky brown. I'm going to wipe off my brush because it's way too light. So I'm back to the chalk wall that you did, Emily. I kind of want to see you do it like every week.
I could paint a wall in my house, I guess.
I just see you do the work. I'm kidding. It's so much work.
I really liked it. Like,
oh, yeah.
I mean, it was a little big, but I
7
liked how
feet?
big it was. It's fun. And you can, like, oh my gosh, you see it. Like, you just see it. Because it's right in the entrance, basically. So, like, if you're just, like, even coming from you're just walking down the street or whatever.
You see it from across.
No, you can't see it from across the street, but if you're just walking, or not the street, the sidewalk. If you're just walking down the sidewalk, you can see it.
Oh, that's funny.
It's so big.
I'm looking at my reference photo, trying to figure out how far the dart goes, just to kind of get it close. Oops, we'll call that a happy accident. So that's pretty ugly. It's okay. I'm telling myself it's okay, don't worry. Brushstroke direction will help it look like, I always want to call it fur. My dad knew a lot about cattle, so it's hair. Horses have hair, cows have hair, goats have hair. I can hear him in my head saying that. It's the same. You paint the hair the same as the fur. I'm overthinking this. Let's move on. Oh, I could raise my seat.
Sorry, I was
Maybe.
doing something. But I'm a little behind on chat. But Marty says
I can't raise my seat.
you can't. Marty says I love warm with the sun emoji. She also says should you get a higher stool, which is funny.
Yeah.
You just tried to raise your seat. And she also says I love your chalk wall. Thank you.
Oh, thanks so much.
It's fun. I was thinking about like.
I'm glad the chalk went to use.
Hmm?
I'm glad you could use the chalk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It really did make me want to like paint a wall in my house. I don't know where or what, but.
Oh, in your house?
Yeah. Or like look into like getting some, I don't know, like if they always do like liquidation sales at restaurants is what I'm picturing. So like if for some reason some school is going out of business and a big chalkboard is on sale, because I can't imagine because I like that it's big, so I'd want to do something big, but I don't know. I don't know where I'd stick it. I don't know where I'd put it. I don't know.
An older school.
Yeah, like an older school.
Dry erase, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I mean, they still had chalkboards when I was in school, but I was really
You're old.
Yes, and also I can't remember what age, maybe middle school, they started having, I can't remember if I had one in 5th grade. They started having smart boards, and I don't even know if that's the thing anymore. If smart boards I bet smart boards are like so old now.
Right.
Because that's funny, because I just saw a TikTok that was like, something about like how things, it was like a teacher saying things that I had to do in school, and she was like she was my age. She was, only a teacher for maybe, and I guess, just kidding, if she was my age, she would have been a teacher for like almost 10 years. No, that's high school. Okay, we're good.
So Emily's trying to math and talk.
Yeah, she was probably about my age, and she's just like, things that I had to do in school that would throw my kids for a loop. Like, handwriting an essay in like 5th grade,
Oh, yeah.
Handwriting like a 5-page essay in middle school or something like that. Like, having to physically print out a typed essay in high school and hand it in, and you'd get your handout or your handed in essay back with written down like corrections or like your grade.
Big red letter D on F.
What was another one that I was like, what?
I bet things have really changed.
Oh, in the comments I saw someone that was like a math teacher, and she said it would really throw my kids for a loop if I made them crack open an old textbook, and that they had to do page 125, all the odds 1 through 30.
Oh, really?
And they had to write down I remember like you have to write down the question, or you'd take the textbook home, so you just write the answer in the work. But yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, they do it all online. Oh, Marty says we still use smart boards. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I've heard of a different board, so that made me worried that, like, I can't remember what it was called, but it was a different kind of board that I didn't know if it was better. Like, would it be, what would come after? Supersede?
That's before. Sorry, honey, I was
Or is it precede?
Since you started really talking, I started really focusing on the painting.
I thought precede is before.
Oh,
Supersede?
Look it up.
Come at whatever. I figured the
Are we
board
talking
I've
about come
heard
before or
kids
come
talk
after?
about would come after the smart board. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know. I talked over you a little bit there.
Yes, a Promethean board. Marty's our education hookup.
I don't even know what that is.
Or someone was like, I went to school, I saw the birth of a laptop cart or something like that.
Oh.
In school. And I remember they started that when I was in middle school. And they weren't even like, I think Chromebooks took over the...
Oh, instead of Mac?
Yeah, I think they took over the education thing. But when I was in middle school, we had Windows laptops. And it was like a cart, and there's like 3 for the whole school.
Oh.
Even though...
Kind of good, though, because like I only know Macs.
Yeah, that was a...
Since I'm was a graphic designer forever. Yeah.
Well, and same. I only knew Macs because you had a Mac.
I always had Macs. Well,
and then my school got that like special grant or something where they had all Macs.
Oh.
Because not all of my district had Macs. When I hit middle school, it was all Windows. It was just my elementary school had like a special grant or something, and they got Macs. So then I didn't know how to use the Windows computer in 6th grade when they rolled into English class, and I was like, oh no, I've never used.
Well, at least you had it then. I mean, like I've never.
Yeah.
Well, not literally never. Occasionally I'd try to go, well, if on a Mac it would be like this, if I'm in way back when I was in an office.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I worked for a publishing company, it was, all Macs because that's what the printers used.
Mm-hmm. They talk to each other a lot better now, which is nice,
Oh, yeah, they didn't used to.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I had to try to convince an IT person that Macs and Windows don't like each other way back.
It's kind of like how phones, like cell phones, also used to be like super separate.
Oh, yeah.
Like you had to have a specific carrier to get a specific phone or something.
Yeah.
Like now you can have an iPhone and you can have any carrier or whatever, but.
Yeah. Well, I was looking at chalkboards for a while because I don't want to paint a wall.
Oh, you were? I could just come make a mess here.
Well, yeah, especially at my temporary place. I was thinking.
Oh yeah, because that was bigger. Yeah.
If I would have ended up staying there, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still kind of get the itch.
I know.
But I don't want 7 feet by 8 feet.
No.
I don't know how big. I suppose that was like 4.5 wide, but it's pretty tall.
Yeah. It went to the ceiling, right? Or did it go to the top of my closet trim?
It went to the top of your closet trim.
So like 7 feet.
Yeah. But then I didn't use the whole area like you did.
Yeah, that was upon request. Like if I did it for myself, I wouldn't.
Oh,
Probably make
they
that.
asked you to do the whole
He
thing?
just gave me a scribbling of this is what we want.
Oh.
And so that's how big it was. So then that's how big I made it.
So yeah, they kind of did. They did.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that kind of stinks. Because like I was saying, you could bring in a border.
I mean, I could have, but also I liked it. I liked it big like that.
Oh, big really gets your attention.
Yeah.
So this is what I like about painting hair or fur. You don't have to paint every one, but you can just kind of add some in, keep working it. Some of them can be solid. It's even solid if you look at the reference photo. It's getting a little thin now. I kind of want it to cover a little bit better. It's okay. I can always come back with more. Maybe thin might not be a bad idea. I can always come back and add more. This is also what I mean by layers. Like people are like, I don't understand painting in layers. Well, I did one layer of the ear. Oh, look how, that's so thin. The blue's coming through now. That's okay. I'll do it again. I like a photo with strong light because I think it's easier to paint.
Mm-hmm.
I like the value changes. I like the drama that you get.
Mm-hmm.
Easier to see the shapes. Like I could have just painted the neck with hardly any wrinkles and just made it, I mean, I know you can't see all the way down, but just made it a shape. Just put in maybe a few other shapes. Simplify it. I like the draw. Especially I like the yellow in the sun, that kind of stuff. But I am looking at my reference photos, so I kind of keep, like, these hairs kind of go like that. And then where, like, there's like little pops of highlight. And where those are. I don't have to get them just right, but it kind of helps for at least at this point to do that. Because I kind of like the loose realism. I'm just swiping. I'm back on my brush. I could be back even further. And see how that, I don't know if it's going to dry that way, but see how that's brighter and comes forward and that pushes that back a little bit. And maybe you guys can't see it, but you'll see it when the painting's done for sure. Oh, I need to bring these down a little bit more.
Ooh, I just Googled a Promethean board. Wow. That thing is sassy.
You like it, huh?
It just looks like a massive computer screen.
Oh, interesting.
Wow, because ours was like, it was still like the smartboard's still is it still a projection? I think it's still a projection, and then it's just an interactive board you can like tap on.
Oops, I went too far.
And draw on, and it's not like I would love, but like there'd at least once a year there would always be the panic of like, especially in high school when they're going from like whiteboard to smartboard, and then they accidentally write on the smartboard with the actual expo marker.
Whoops.
Then you can't erase it.
Yeah, because I could see me just grabbing, talking, and doing that.
Yep. Wow, that thing looks cute. Whoa.
You wanted to be a teacher for quite a while when you were young.
Wait, okay, and I said that to Chase while I was doing the chalkboard. I was like, this is why I wanted to be a teacher.
Yep.
Was because I wanted the sassy classroom stuff. I wanted to do the chalkboard stuff. Like, I was going to have all of the art stuff. And then as I got older, I realized what actually goes into being like...
Oh, it's
a lot of like... You know, you're dealing with the parents and you're dealing with the board and like what are you supposed to do with the curriculum this year and what if they change, the state rules change and then you've got to change your whole curriculum or whatever, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
my
parents wanted me to be a teacher and I thought about it, but I'm just like, oh, I just don't want all the, grading papers at night and it's not like it's bad. It's a great job and I'm so grateful for all the wonderful teachers. It just wasn't a good fit for me.
Yeah. So then I leaned to like
art.
Sorry,
it wasn't about you. I made it about me.
No, that's fine. And then I leaned to art teacher. But then kind of like when I was in high school, they really started paring down like how many elementary school art teachers there were. Even in the district I was in, which was like one of the nicer districts in our area, I guess.
Yeah.
And...
Yeah.
so if they're doing it, you know, like that's a little uh-oh. Because like by the time I was a senior, I had 2, I think, art teachers that also taught elsewhere. And so they're just like trekking their whole life to like, yeah, like one taught at another high school and an elementary school, and then another one taught at a middle school, and we're in our high school, and I was like, oh, if they keep doing that, there's not going to be enough. Like, I would have to probably move out of state to get, and I didn't want to do that.
Kind of like when we were mobile pottery teachers.
Oh yeah.
Pottery painting, not pottery.
Yeah.
From scratch, it's pottery painting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun, but it's a lot of work to unpack, pack.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, that was spooky.
I'm just putting in some dark here, and I'm going to put hairs over. Actually, that probably doesn't look too bad. I don't have the stream going. Maybe I should pop the stream on.
Yeah, I like it.
Because that's a way for me to step back. That might be one of my looser ears.
It is a pretty loosey-goose ear.
Oh, it's telling me something went wrong. Probably because we went dark again. I should have talked about going dark.
You jinxed us.
Yeah.
I'm not superstitious. We're fine.
But we didn't lose people, did we? Oh, now I don't have the volume down. Was I too? Oh, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. He's sweet.
I'm too relaxed tonight.
Oh.
I got things correct when I was more nervous. Which I suppose is normal.
What was I?
Oh, it looks kind of funny though. Because I mean, there's just,
Yeah.
It's kind of ghostly. Yeah, but isn't it interesting? I mean, the horn was kind of ugly, and I stepped back, and I'm like, oh, that actually works. And then I did break it up a little bit, and then it dried lighter, so I might break up the stripes again. I could leave them in. And then the purple on the stream doesn't look nearly as purple as when I'm 8 inches from it. Okay, I'm done commenting.
No, I can't remember what I was going to say.
Oh, sorry.
It doesn't matter. It wasn't anything major. It was just comments.
Oh. It's so nice that when I start talking, you just stop. And you don't seem to ever get annoyed. Or are you annoyed now?
No.
Okay.
I didn't know if you were done talking. I didn't think you were done.
You're a good chat moderator. I don't know what to call you. You're a good partner.
Oh, you're a good show pony.
It's 60 and my new title, Show Pony. It seems kind of weird. It's funny though.
Well, I like when you're like, are you hot? Is it warm in here? And I'm like, you're the talent. You get to decide.
I mostly just want you to agree with me.
Yeah.
Not that we're going to do anything about it.
Yeah.
Not that I'm going to ask you to do anything
you
about it.
You want validation for your, it is hot in here.
I'm hot. Well, my hands are red. Chris could be a little sunburnt too. Okay, I'm having a hard time. I need to kind of concentrate here. I might just leave these more, I don't know, let's see how weird it looks. I think I'm just going to leave these lighter than they are in the reference photo. Oh, they're kind of going back because of the paint is wet underneath it.
Marty says LOL with the crying laughing emoji.
Sometimes we chatter and sometimes we don't. I kind of need to paint once underneath there. Let's go back to here. Let's go almost straight up my mixed raw sienna color. It's a little more yellow. And let's put in a swipe. Brushstroke direction really does help. Is that working? I don't know. Is it too dark? Those are the thoughts. Where do I want it? We do want some that go over. And if they're much fatter and you get like one hair when you see 20, it's okay. Your brain will say, yep, that's an ear.
For sure.
Kind of like when I was painting the landscape with the weed in the little barn, and I painted a cloud and I think it looked like a rat, kind of. Like,
oh yeah, it did look like a rat or
and I'm
a
like,
fox.
oh, yeah, your brain will definitely help you and sometimes hurt you. I fixed it because I'm like, I don't know if anybody else saw the rat, but I'm like, I can't not see the rat. It was a cute one. I'm just changing my color a little bit. I don't know why. Sometimes I do things, I just paint them out because I don't need to be doing them. I'm going to give it, I don't see this, but I've painted enough cows now. I'm going to give it a little, kind of a rim. Maybe I'll even paint that out a little bit. And then I'm wondering if this will help me. I want to go lighter here, but I don't know how light. Let's go in my kind of still wet, muddy pile. Let's see what this does. I think I want it right there. Oh, it's wet. Too much water. I'm yelling at the water. Too dry, too wet, too much, too little. Too light, too dark. Should I stop?
It is giving Goldilocks.
Oh, it is. I wasn't even thinking that.
I thought that's where you were going.
Huh, but it totally is. Thank you. That makes it seem like I had a purpose to all that. My glasses just hit the phone. I don't think I moved it.
I didn't see anything yet.
Okay, I think. Yeah, my shoulder's getting tired.
Is it?
Yeah, that's okay. I see. I complain because I know there's people there and they'll give me sympathy. They'll toss a heart in the comments or something.
What if someone was just like, suck it up?
I know. I'm sure they are, and there's no hearts. I don't know why I feel like I need a dark there. I just plain. Okay, we're good. Let's just kind of wipe off my brush. Let's go lighter. Oh, and let's go warmer. Don't have to. But that made me, you could tell by my tone, I got a little bit more excited. Well, I still want it dirtier. Lighter. I'm guessing. A gray palette can help you see values a little bit more easier.
Marty put hearts in the chat.
Thank you. I totally begged for those.
Jeez.
Emily's like, oh gosh, don't humor her. Okay, I'm gonna line them up. Oh no, I'm doing a pretty good job. They're actually dark in the reference photo, but I'm gonna go, I think we can get away with it and stop. All right, I'm gonna see how that looks. Oh, I gotta wait anyway. Do we need some, I could go a little darker specks up in there. We could go a little lighter. See, I don't mind that it dries because then I can just mix right on top of it because I don't have a very big palette. It dried a little darker, I think. But that's okay because then we'll put in a few. I think I want one over here. I should stop. A few light ones. Maybe getting a little cheeky here with the light. But the yellow's drying down on me. Get a wild one. So there's a tag right here, which is why I'm kind of hemming and hawing about what to do. You could Google cow ear. Oh, maybe not, because you'll probably get like biology class dissection or something.
I think that was just the eyeball. I bet. Let's see. I'll test it out. Cow ear.
But yeah, you could just find.
You get a lot of headbands.
Oh,
that are just cow ears.
Oh, okay. You could just Google cow face or Charolais cow, and then find one without a tag.
I guess there is one.
Yeah.
But it looks just like it was just detached. It's not like grody.
Still furry.
It's still furry.
It's like a rabbit foot.
Or like taxidermied.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just don't scroll too far. Then it starts turning into like the cow ear dog chews, like, then you start getting a little more biology.
I didn't realize that was a thing. I'm not liking what happened. It's too wet.
And then you get warts on the cow ear. Yeah, let's not. I take back that.
So this ear probably was done a bit ago. I don't know. I just don't get it yet. I think it's done. I think it's, well, shoot, I kind of want to put. So normally, oh gosh, and I do it more with the landscape. You know, paint bigger sections and then don't paint all the detail. You know, paint in the shadow, then come back and put in all the wrinkles. But I kind of like having the wrinkles there, even though it takes me longer to paint, because then I don't forget. Let's see if you can see that. Oh, barely. There's a fun little bulgy shape right there. Here, we can put one in, another one in, even though there isn't one in the reference photo. Actually, I'll darken this up. Oh, it's too wet. I clean up my brush and I forget to wipe it off. We'll put kind of a bulgy shape there. It keeps getting straighter than I want it, so it's growing in size. So let's just come back with a little. There. This is why painting could take me forever, because I can go back and touch up everything like this. Just keep adding detail and value, slight little value changes. Because that's going to make it come out too far. And then since I put that there, I'm going to want to kind of carry it maybe. We'll do another sort of a bulgy shape that's just kind of like that. So it makes sense. Okay, ear. Oh, I still wasn't happy with that one part. Really what I should do, and I just haven't gotten there yet in my art journey career, is to just stop and come back to it. So I went a little lighter. Okay, let's work right here. How much time do I have? Oh, I didn't set my timer either.
Oh, you have like 20 minutes. 27 minutes.
I can just look at the time. I'm like, wow.
27.
I was way too chill. Emily?
Yeah, I feel like you were kind of prepared too, and then now it's feeling like you weren't.
I'm so not prepared. I thought I was prepared too, also, as well. I could have just said 2. I'm just going to put a few in again, because I can see blue coming through. I don't really want the blue coming through on the ear part. Mostly I'm just feeling for how much paint I have on the brush and how dry it is. And then if I go grab some water, I'm going to grab too much probably. Oh, that wasn't too bad because I went slower. Let's try this again. It's too thin though. How do you know? Oh, just the kind of marks I'm getting. I could try to really go lightly to get a thinner mark. Did you have a comment, hon?
Nope.
Oh, I thought
I itched my head.
I just heard a noise. I didn't realize it was your head.
I just itched my head.
I think that's probably good. Just stop. I don't do it though. I kind of want. I lined those up. Let's bring that one out. I'm kind of yelling at myself. I'm not mad. I bet you that's good. I'm a little concerned about how heavy it is right there, and I bet you it's totally fine.
You betcha.
I betcha. Okay. So I'm kind of using this color for the cool side, shadow side of the cow. And I don't know if I'm going to put in, let's zoom out. Oh, you know what though? I just kind of wiped off my brush. Sometimes I like to break up a line. I'm going to leave that line. I don't know how many ears I painted during lives, but they tend to work well for the camera, for the phone camera angle. It's okay. They're all a little different too. This one's definitely looser.
Looser, yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Probably your loosest.
Yeah, I am slowly. And it's not like loose is better. It's just faster. Sort of. I'm rather deliberate with my loose. I'm gonna, this is straight up white.
I think this is a first for us, that someone just became a member.
Oh,
Hat Trick Farm just became a member.
oh, hi, thank you. I think I know who that is. Oh, I don't know, like I've not met them in person, but I think I know who they are online.
Oh, like you.
I've chatted
Yes.
with them in the comments. Thank you. It's a little soon for white, but I think it's going to help me know how far I can go with the shadow side. Okay, and I think it's going to help me here if I just don't overdo it. That always reminds me of my flower arranging comment where I just couldn't leave it alone. I kept re-sticking the flowers.
To interrupt you, do you have the chat open?
No, well, I can.
Oh, no. Just if you did. It just is like a little bar, just so you can see what it looks like, because I think it's our first one or whatever. And while we're live, that is.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's just a little bar.
Oh,
Let
yep,
you know.
yep.
At first
I
I was
totally...
like, what does that mean?
Yeah, we just chatted recently. Yay, thank you so much. Gosh, that helps. I mean, I go through pain, not so much because I do layers and because I'm full-time artist now. So it helps a ton. I just got some cradled wood panels delivered. You know what? I don't have a backup white, so I need to buy white. Go through white and yellow a lot.
If the world ever had a paint shortage, oh no.
Well, I didn't ever want to be a painter, really. I just kind of worked my way into it. I was always a drawer.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of on the cartoony side, really. I need to stop because I'm having fun, but I really need to get, I'm going to do another one. I really need to get more of the cow done, but this is the fun part for me. I'm going to put, this is the third layer of white I put up there, but sometimes white just needs a couple layers. And I probably have said that, some of you guys have heard everything I say a lot, but I like keeping it thin. I don't want to rub up here because it's wet. Until the end, I might make it thicker or sometimes even put on like structure gel to really make it. I did it on the geraniums I painted recently. Mm-hmm. I like keeping it thin until I know where I'm going because sometimes you've got a ridge you don't want to have to deal with and you're painting over. That's just me. It's not like it's I don't know if other artists, well, oil painters do that for various reasons. Okay, I'm liking the ear better now I got the white on there. And then I just look at this going, okay, I want more, speaking of needing another layer of white. Acrylics dry down about a half a shade, so like on a 10-step grayscale from white to black. If it's thin paint, it's going to dry even a little darker, which I like because it always ends up helping me anyway. I have to go back and, I'm getting too many whites here. I have to go back and add it, and I think it just, I've got them lined up. Put one there. I think it just adds to the painting when you have more layers of paint. Did that make sense, Emily? I was trying to paint and talk. I have no idea. If it didn't, someone in the chat just let us know.
I wasn't really listening.
I felt like it was a total ramble because I was trying to do two things. Okay, so we've got, this is gonna scare me. It doesn't scare me as much as I thought it was gonna. I'm gonna put this shadow in. Okay, and it kind of comes, oh, I've got a line there. I gave myself a line in the trace when I traced it. Thank you, past Annie. That helped. That's weird. Mm-mm. So I'm literally, it's not exactly a shape, but there's kind of a triangle shape here. And then I end up putting in so much detail I really don't need to. debating about this one. I can paint it out, but it might help shape the eye. It's going to look funny for a bit. That's what's hard, I think, about painting, is that it just looks funny. Like if I was putting a puzzle together and I only had corners and some edges, I would not be upset.
Yeah.
That's basically what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That got a little warmer than I wanted. Okay, so this shape kind of goes like this. Yeah, I painted that detail way before I really should. We can come back and fix it. I don't know if that's dark enough. Go a little darker. Ooh, hello, dark. I just wiped off my brush because it's kind of wet here, so it'll blend out. That's just, I used to panic more. That's just practice. Like shooting free throws. The sports reference. I'm going to make it a little darker here. I don't know if it really is. So I'm just kind of sneaking up on this. It would go quick if I just painted the whole thing in, as I mentioned earlier. So what do I do? Like this is getting dry, I start to run out of it. Let's just do it. I'm gonna take a drink too. I don't know if I sound a little rough.
I didn't notice.
I'm feeling rough. Just take some of this color. I got a lot of it. Probably want to mix more than that. Oh, hopefully that's in frame. So I just mix right next to it. Oh gosh, am I gonna get close and lucky? Sometimes if I don't think I, sometimes I do better. That's a little darker. I'm gonna set this down so I can mix a little faster because it's kind of hard up in the air. And we'll compare it. Plus my palette knife's a little dirty, so I want to see what it ends up with. Oh gosh, that's close. This is a smidge lighter in person. That might not even be enough. I'm going to stick my palette knife in water because everything's getting sticky. About this time I'd mist my palette, stick it in a gallon baggie and let it sort of sit like a terrarium.
Let it cook.
That's still a little... Of course, it doesn't have to be that close. But that's how you do it. If you want to get it, you just keep adding a little, adding a little. And then I'm close enough, so I'm just going to make it all but one big pile. And if you can't, or like I had a background palette just totally dry because I forgot to put it away. I mean, I know my three colors are. And I know it's not as red as that, so it's got more yellow in it. You know, you can get there. You can get there close enough, and then you can just use it in other places. You don't have to get it exact. I hope that makes sense. So I'm gonna mix. Oops, I probably went out of frame there. Since I've been mixing like lots of little light versions, I'm just going to go ahead and mix a light version. And my white's even getting sticky. Let's grab a little Black is Strong. I think I want a little... I'm just looking for a lighter cool color in the shade. Cooler than when I do white in this color. Sometimes I assume everybody understands the language. I also would assume they'd ask. But I just put some water and I'm laying it down so I can mix it quicker. It's kind of a putty color.
Nice putty.
Okay. I always wipe, you don't have to, but I always wipe off my palette knife so I don't have to clean it later. Okay, so I'm looking at, how much can we see? You can see down to there. Oh, I just stuck my thumb in the yellow.
Oh, that's a big stick in the yellow.
I went to grab it.
And this is why we gotta buy more yellow.
This is why you have a rag. This is why I gotta buy more yellow.
That was so much yellow wasted.
You know, I hear you, but did you notice the long delay? For
yeah.
Yeah, a bigger palette off to the side I would recommend. It's easier. Okay. Oh, I was gonna move the camera down just a smidge. Whoops. It's trying to be smooth and it wasn't smooth. Okay. Let's see what we think about the value. How much time?
You got
15 minutes?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just say things out loud now. So, I mean, because I finally figured out I can just do stream of consciousness while I paint and it's not so hard on my brain.
Yeah, but all of a sudden, like we've been doing lives for 2 years.
Oh God, long time.
And you were just a couple weeks ago, it clicked and you were like, I can just kind of say what I'm thinking.
Well, and I cannot talk too. I still have to talk.
You could not talk if you want.
Yep.
You're kind of in the perfect, like, I don't know, type. I don't know, like type of YouTube. What would that be? Category? There we go. A category that's like.
It's a little warm.
If you didn't want to, the dead air isn't bad, you know?
Okay, I almost scratched my face, but there's still some yellow somewhere.
Marty says, just finger painting, LOL. Crying laughing emoji.
Oh, there's an artist who did really big paintings with their fingers. Of course, they wore gloves. Just, I think, so they didn't constantly have paint on their hands. I use all Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, depending on what they use, could be toxic.
Yeah, I use all non-toxic. We were going to the same place.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to do it. It'd be fun. I could. I should just do it. I should just finger paint a cow.
That would be fun. That would be so fun.
Yeah.
I know that would usually like that's kind of too new of territory for a live, but I would want to watch you do that.
Yeah, I think maybe I should just do that. You'd want bigger.
Yeah. Or something simple, like flowers.
Well, nothing simple when I paint it.
I know.
I don't know, the landscape. That last landscape, I thought, I stuck to shapes. I'm so proud of myself.
Melina says, I thought of Annie when I picked up cadmium yellow at Michael's last week.
Cad yellow medium hue. Well, I feel like I need to say that because it might confuse someone, like there might not be a cad yellow in Liquitex.
I know that obviously...
And Liquitex doesn't sponsor, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, I know obviously we couldn't do it or get away with it. Or I wonder if we just... A cad yellow medium hue is just it's not like a brand specific name. Like there's cad yellow medium hues in all brands, right?
Oh, well, I don't know, but probably. So the hue, they added the hue because that means it's not actually cadmium.
Okay.
So it's a non-toxic.
But like
so
golden
cad yellow,
probably has...
A cad yellow medium, yep.
Okay.
Or a cad yellow light, I bet. I don't know.
You should make a cad yellow medium hue t-shirt.
Just
because it's funny.
Yeah, if you want to. I mean, yeah.
A cad yellow medium hue.
Put up on we have a, below, not the lives, but the other videos, we have a merch shop with, Emily did all the art. It has the sun, Mr. Sun in it. It has Artie, the guy who I stick up at the end in it. It has Hey Friends.
Marty says I would watch for the finger painting.
Yeah. Well, I did a couple of chalk pastels because I was just missing doing that. I'm getting in the weeds here, probably because I'm talking too much.
Mm-hmm. You turned on your planning brain
Yeah.
instead of art brain.
Well, just, yeah. Yes, I did. Yep, I did. I went grayer than what I mixed. I can always come back and warm it up. Well, maybe I kind of want to warm it up a bit down there. So what's nice about having those lines, I can make them darker, or I can make what I'm painting lighter, is it just helps me see the shape that I might want to brush in. Oop, I just covered up that line. And if I have too much value change, we can fix that. I think that's probably the harder way to do it, and I'm not saying this is the way you should do it. I'm pretty sure if I was in art school and they were watching me paint, I would fake it and try to do the way they suggested and paint the way I wanted to at home. You know, because I was that kind of student.
Me too. Which bleeds into my everyday life because she's like, maybe this, you know, try this way. No, I refuse any way but my way, even if it's harder.
Well, I enjoy it. I mean, I do want to paint faster, but I also am like, I'm going to enjoy it and go my speed. I mean, I'm kind of doing both. Just sheer painting more, I've gotten faster. I was getting a little nervous, so I'm putting in some of the stripes. That might be too gray now after I did all that. Plus, I'm seeing, you can't let the blue, there was a painting, gosh, I'm not going to remember which one, where I let the background show through in some of the shadows, and it was quite nice. I could put more blue in this. I might, a lot of times at the end, I'll put blue areas in, back in. Or if it's a tree and you put sky holes in, if you know what I mean by sky holes, you paint the tree shape and you put a couple holes in it for the sky coming through. Put blue back in that way. I want it cooler, and I'm worried it's too dark. It really doesn't, like, get the paint in there. Annie, get the paint in there, and you can always adjust the values. I still need paint. I need just some coverage.
I really like his ear.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think he's done. That ear could be done. The only reason it wouldn't be done is if I just need to, I decide, even though I see that in the reference photo, it's too bright there, or it doesn't make sense. Or, that's just personal preference stuff. But you can get a lot of wrinkles by just swiping. Can make it sound so easy. I started painting cows because I was selling in a smaller town, Nebraska City. And then I licensed my art on some products, and I knew cows were really popular, and I think they're still popular. So I'm like, oh, I should paint a cow, and then it sold. Like, okay, that's definitely encouragement.
Okay, another one.
And another one. So that's how that started. And then I got in some art contests with my cows, and that's more positive reinforcements. Okay, more cows.
Now you're just the cow lady.
You know, this is sort of off topic, but so Henry Glass, a fabric manufacturer, producer, licensed just 2 paintings, the dandelion painting and the rusty truck.
Oh, I like your rusty truck.
Yeah, but they're a fabric company, so I'm like, what are they going to do with it? I haven't done any panels, I'm thinking like there's some reflective light, so I'm painting warmer and lighter down here. I'm wondering what they're gonna, of course I don't have a contract yet. A lot of times they'll ask for high res, maybe make some samples, shop it around, and then if they get enough interest, they'll make the product. So I'm like, what are they gonna do with it? And then I was reading a little bit in the email. I'm like, oh yeah, Jaftex bought them, and Jaftex was the owner of Blank Quilting Corporation, who I had a contract with for the chicken fabric and the dog fabric. Isn't that interesting? Like, I really wonder. I'm not going to ask because I mean everybody's busy, and it's kind of like, who knows if they're even going to do it yet. It's in the we're interested stage, but we don't know. I'm like, what are they going to do with the paintings? I mean, I'm not worried like they're going to ruin them or do something crazy with them.
Yeah, but if they're not patterns,
there's no patterns associated with it.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
I wonder if I could see for like the cow. You said a cow?
No, it's the rusty truck and the dandelion
Oh.
painting with, do you remember I don't know if you remember the dandelions.
Yeah, I made a short out of both those very recently.
Oh, that helps. I might leave that blue. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Oh. I was going to say if it was a cow, maybe they're like going to start like easy for kids, so craft kits where it's like a pillow or something, or like a throw pillow for an adult as a craft kit kind of thing.
Maybe.
And it would just be a large, but like a rusty truck and a dandelion.
Well, they're going to do different things with them, I suspect.
Well, no, yeah, but like a cow would make sense. Your bunny that you had on a pillow makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Like Easter, like it would be like an Easter craft kit where you'd sew, it'd be a throw pillow that you'd make or something, you know?
Maybe Henry Glass does garden flags, I don't know it.
Oh, maybe. Let me Q.
I mean, they've been around a long time. They weren't always owned by that company. You know how companies buy. So I was going to leave the blue. If I'm not careful, I'm going to paint that out. I was talking about leaving the blue. It was on the pet portrait I did for Chase's family. They left the blue coming through.
Mm-hmm. I liked that too.
I can't think of the dog's name.
Bailey.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Art brain.
It looks like they just own, oh wait, what's this?
Jaftex owns a lot of different fabric companies.
It's all fabric.
The first hotel we stayed in New York was in the garment district. Not the garment, yeah. And their offices weren't far from there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a contract with them then, though. Well, I really like the fabric design and the patterns, but enough fabric designers will do, a collection and another collection. So a collection can be 12 patterns and a quilt panel, or placemats if it's like Halloween, and so it takes quite a long time to do it. Now, if you licensed every one of those, that'd be great, but if you do, say, 10 of those and you license one, it's way too much work for the money. And I was in the category of doing a whole bunch of them and maybe getting one license. So I'm like, I'm not going to keep, it's just, I enjoy it, but I got to pay the bills, I didn't really, it was fun. It was fun to see, people made stuff out of it. It was fun. Oh, that's not the color I'm going for at all.
Yeah, you'll have to tell me what they want with it if they go further.
Well, if I get a contract, I'll know.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, then if you get I don't know if anybody's interested in licensing. Should I keep rambling? I guess I will.
It's your show.
My show. Everybody leaves. So I'll get a contract, and it does depend on the manufacturer and where they manufacture. If they're in the U.S. or if they're in India. Usually it takes a year before you get your first royalty check. Like during the pandemic, I had like 5 garden flags coming out. Mm-hmm. I still think they're on a container ship somewhere. I have no idea what happened to them.
They're lost at sea.
And I feel so bad because while I didn't get the royalties, someone made those and they didn't and they didn't sell. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I can complain.
They're sitting in the back of a Lowe's somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think so. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like, Or else they never made it on a container ship. I'm pretty sure they did, just based on the time. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's hard. So when I'm complaining, I didn't lose all that money producing those and not selling them. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't that stink?
That would stink.
Yeah. That's kind of fun. We'll see if we like it later. So this part, you can't see it, but there's part of the cow that's in the sun down in the bottom left-hand corner. Boy, I got on a soapbox and started chatting. Mm-hmm. Licensing is great. Just don't expect quick payment. Well, that's not true either. I'm sure there's some, where it's digital and then they know right away. So I'm looking at my reference photo. I think that's going to be lighter, but I might just put it in. Oh, I'm probably going to forget. I'm going to grab some white so I don't forget. It kind of comes kind of like this. I like drawing, like I drew that to help me with that shape. Mm-hmm. Draw as much as you want, and that's why I do traceables. Mm-hmm. but it has my handwriting in it, which that's not horrible. But if you draw from the photos, it'll be your handwriting, and then you'll see better what my traceable line meant for the eye, because you'll see like, oh, I want to draw more detail than it's on the traceable, so I don't forget how I want to do the eye kind of situation. And if you trace the photo, you'll start to see better too. When you go finding your own reference photos, you'll start to go, oh, I like ones that are soft, whereas Annie likes one with dramatic lighting, you know. You'll start to see things. It's hard to describe because you don't really notice it until you look back and go, oh, I see better. I'm a better observer.
Melena asks, does licensing mean the design is no longer yours, or are you just allowing them to use it?
It's basically, I'm allowing them to use it. So you let them rent the art, usually for a specific period of time, usually just a category like fabric, and anymore, almost always worldwide. You know, because they sell it on the internet and they ship.
Yeah.
So it's basically renting your art out. So it's great if I can paint the original and sell the original. Cows will go on a garden flag. I just got water on my, especially I'll have some flowers in it. So then if I can sell some garden flags, and then if I sell some prints on my store, that really helps. So instead of trying to make money off of just selling originals, I can, well, and then YouTube, I'm painting it on YouTube. There's a little bit of money there. You know, that all kind of helps add up and stabilize being an artist. I'm not just waiting for the next show and the next sale.
Yeah.
But I actually started in licensing first.
Yeah.
I always wanted to do that. And I started with watercolor, which is more than she asked, but I couldn't help myself, and then
You're
it's big.
triple dipping. More than triple dipping.
More than that, but I think that, it helps a lot.
Your eggs are not all in one basket.
Yeah. Well, they sort of are, because it's still the cow.
It's still all art, and it's still the
this
same
cow.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work for all of them.
Yeah.
But it helps if it works for some of them. So that's why I paint animals and flowers, and plus I like them. You know. Most of my stuff goes on like garden flags, greeting cards, and diamond painting kits, but I haven't seen them. I mean, I don't know.
There was some floor mat, like an outdoor mat.
Oh, yeah, I've had some. Yeah, but not
Outdoor
very
mats.
many.
Yeah.
I've had some mats. Well, so like if you get a garden flag, you usually get a garden flag mailbox cover, welcome mat, sometimes a sun catcher. You know, it depends on the company. It was fun to go to shows. I used to go to shows. Emily didn't go to the show, but she went to Manhattan with me.
New York.
New York. We used to go to Atlanta. There's shows in Atlanta. It's fun. I'm really rambling. Oh. And I still license. I just don't. I'm not pursuing it. So I started out art with transitioning from a graphic design business into licensing art, which was my first step with art. Well, sort of. And then I'm like, oh, if I could sell the originals in a gallery.
And also then the originals aren't just stacking up
No, I know.
in your home.
You know, I end up tossing out a lot of the watercolor originals just because I've gotten so much better as an artist. I'm like, I just, you know. Which you wouldn't think I wouldn't think I'd ever do that. I kind of lost my ridges, so I'm going lighter.
Well, you also used to do on like the flat, like watercolor paper canvas stuff, the flat canvas.
Yep, I did some of that when I first started doing acrylics
Yeah.
for storage. Just loose canvas. She'd get by a canvas pad. I kept thinking, I'm working so hard and I'm not making any money. Well, I am, but you know, not enough. The values are bugging me a little bit, so I just made a lighter value and see if it. So that's you know, it's such short hair. I'm just doing direction. Is it 7:30?
I was gonna say you're welcome to keep going. It's 7:35 though.
Okay, I probably should stop. There'll be a full video. I don't think I mentioned that in the beginning. I videoed the beginning. We'll download this. I think I need to stop because I'm not seeing it. I need to step back from it. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think I need to stop.
Like that. reddier tulips.
Oh, do you?
Little ornament. Yeah, that's so cute.
I can show it on them since you mentioned it.
Yeah. So. I really like that one.
Well, I hope this helps. Sometimes we're not so chatty. I don't know. I get complaints if we're chatty, and then if we're not chatty, people want the chatter.
Cute.
So that's for my show. Little tulip in a vase.
A little lower.
Ornament. A little lower.
Cute. Juicy.
Yeah, I got a good red.
Juice-alicious.
Well, compliments, red and green.
Mm-hmm. I really like that.
You like that one?
Ooh, yeah.
I have a few more over there. There's a pink.
Yeah, I saw that one and I really like that.
Oh, thanks for
Juicy.
grabbing Artie. Well, I hope you picked up a couple of tips. I hope you just enjoy hanging out with us because I love hanging out with you guys. It means the world to me.
Marty said, another wonderful Wednesday. I love the chatty.
Yeah. And I like the chatty too. I get comments both ways, you know, so we'll just go with what happens. Super, super appreciate your support. Great big happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.